All right, guys, there's something exciting happening for Vechain. Their primary mission now is not the industrial adoption. It's actually to adopt or to get more developers on the chain. This is what I've been waiting for a long time. In this little video on Twitter, he actually says that's the core mission. He actually gathered a lot of core Vechain developers together for a conference, and they're talking about how to attract more and more developers from the developers they have. I think they are finally going to get more serious on giving like Vechain funds to these developers, because you have to have funds to attract the developers. If they don't have funding, they really can't build anything. And we're not talking about just tens of thousands of dollars. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars of funding given to these developers. Now, they can't fund every single project, obviously. They got to fund those projects that are actually worthy. But, they haven't really been doing that the last few years. I mean, they do have a room full of developers, but a room full is nothing compared to an army of developers. And that's what they finally need. And one of the things is like they want to make non-code builders to be the builders as well. And that's what VORJ is. I think Vechain's developments in the last 6 months to a year have actually been towards this new focus. They weren't really in on this new focus before, but they are now because they've realized that what they need for investors, they realize what they need for profits, and they realize what the community actually wants, and they're actually listening to the community. And that is a big, big thing for Vechain. And I think this is the key turning point for our ROI if they can actually pull it off. They also need to kind of support the projects that are already there, make more rewards for that Vex thing, and get more Web3 things onto Vechain. I'm glad that they said their main focus was now on the development of the actual chain, getting more projects on the actual chain instead of just like announcing partnership after partnership after partnership, because we know that all these partnerships do not actually matter to the price of the coin. And only really the DeFi and the NFTs and the TVL will actually matter to the price of the coin. And that's really what they're trying to do, guys. Now, I do think Vechain has starting to turn a corner. I want to see more projects. I want to see larger projects, games, NFTs, especially DeFi on that chain right now. And I think this is the conference. I will link this Twitter video in the first comment, and I will pin it so you guys can see, like the difference that they're actually making, how they're actually turning over, and like how they're actually going to focus on developing Vechain as an ecosystem rather than just announcing partnership after partnership after partnership that doesn't affect the coin at all. And this definitely could be the turning point of making that $1 bull run in the next bull run, in $1 price in the next bull run, because you can bet anything. It will completely depend on how big they can make the ecosystem is. The more ecosystem there is, the more FOMO is, the more FOMO there is, the more developers there is, the more hype there is into the project, and the more money that will actually be locked in the system. That's what we should have been after all along, and they're finally doing it. This is really, really cool, actually. And I really hope that this will do very well for our investments, and I think it will. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.